So remember, the key point about a prism is that it has two bases that match. So yes, this is sitting on a rectangle, but this is just an example where the prism is like laying down. So do you see how there's a triangle over here and a triangle over here? That's actually your base. So if your base is a triangle, this one should be triangular prism. So option C on this one. Thanks for fixing it. Make sure you have option C. Good. All right, next up. How can we tell the difference between a prism and a pyramid? Janice, I like your...
Oh, dang it.
Oh, sorry. Janice, can you read yours for us? It's here on the screen.
I said prisms have two bases and pyramids only have one.
Yes, I love that. Josiah, I think I heard your voice too. Did you want to add something to that?
What I said was the bases and the side faces of prisms and pyramids are different. Prisms have two bases, pyramids only have one.
Yeah, nice. So Josiah, this was your response. Awesome. The bases and the sides are going to be different. That is beautiful. Just so y'all know, we're going to skip number 3 just because that's not totally related to what we're doing in class today. So let's move on. Can I get someone to read our objective, please?
May I read it?
Yes, Josiah, go ahead.
Okay, mathematicians will be able to identify the 2D shape that results from the cross section of a 3D figure.
Awesome. So we got a new word, which is cross section. But basically, this is going to be us thinking about if you could just cut across a 3D shape and like look at the inside of it, what type of shape would you see? So to get us started, we're going to skip our fluency, y'all, again, just because it's not super related. We got to remember some vocab words. So remember, face is like the flat shape on the outside. So if you look at a Kleenex box from the side, you see a rectangle, that's a face. The edge is here, kind of where the faces meet. It's just a line, an edge. A vertex is a point. When I say more than one, they're vertices. So like these are vertices. This is a vertex. Someone's leaving the call. Bummer, we'll have to bring them back. And then a base, remember, if I'm talking about a rectangular prism, it's whichever one. If I'm standing here, this would be the base. If it's standing like that. Here could be the bottom, it would be the base. You can also think about base is the one that repeats twice. So if we have our lovely Clorox, this is the base because it sits there. I can turn it upside down. It's the same thing, right? Turn it upside down. Same thing. Cool. So that's all just kind of review from yesterday. We also had this important review that we need to fill in. So a 3D geometric figure with two bases is a prism. Two bases makes a prism. Let's fill that one in. Two bases. Let's see who's got it. Two bases. Not two faces. Two bases. That is different than faces. Let's fill that in. Mahir, this one is yours. Nice job. A pyramid is going to be different. It only has one base. So two bases, I got a prism. One base, I've got a pyramid. Two base and one base. Waiting on 12 folks to fill this in right now. All you need to fill in is two bases or one base. Josiah, Devin, David, Delia, Javier, Tyrell, Itza, Allison, Latrell, Ricardo. What are we doing? Waiting on 8. Right. Looking good. Two bases or one base. let's move on. Okay, so if this looks familiar, awesome. If not, don't worry. So this is actually a picture of a game. So if you recognize this game, which I see some of us already do, which is awesome. Yeah, if you know what game this is, go ahead and answer that first question. What game is this? And then I want you to describe, how do you play this game? Okay, how do you play this game? If you don't know what game this is, I want you to just use this picture and describe, what do you think is happening? And yes, this is math. You'll see.
You cutting the fruits up.
Yeah, you're just cutting the fruits up, right? Slicing some fruit.
They look delicious.
They do look delicious. So I know this seems like kind of unrelated, but this game, Fruit Ninja, is actually a really good example of creating cross sections. So we're going to define cross section in a second. But if you are looking at, for example, let's look at like this pineapple here. Now a pineapple is kind of a funky shape, right? It's like curved here, and then it has like these leaves coming out the top. But if you cut it right in the middle and you look at what you see, it's just a circle, right? So even though it starts as this weird funky shape, if I cut it, it just makes a circle. So Fruit Ninja is really showing you cross sections of fruit, right? So if you didn't get that, let's fill it in. The game is Fruit Ninja, and you're just slicing fruit, looking at cross sections of the fruit. So on our next slide, we're going to define cross section. But does anybody want to take a guess? What do you think the definition of cross section is going to be? And again, an example is the circle when I cut a pineapple. So what do you think the definition will be? Nobody wants to guess? All right, well, let's take a look at our definition. So a cross section is just the surface or shape, right here should say shape, that is or that would be exposed by making a straight cut through something. By straight cut, we just mean it's like straight up and down or straight across. Eileen, oh wait, Eileen, put that back. Okay, see this last line Eileen drew? It's like diagonally cut. This is another way you could do a cross section. You just got to be really careful with these diagonal cuts because sometimes they make weird shapes. All right, Eileen, can you erase your lines now, please? Because I want us to see the cross section. So this 3D shape is a cylinder, right? This is like my Clorox box. But if I cut it like this, just like Fruit Ninja, boom. When I go through it, I mean, I can't because this is a pencil, right? But let's say I cut through it and then I split this in half and looked at the bottom, it would actually look just like my base. So whenever you cut across something, your cut is going to look like the base. And we can see that in the pyramid too. If I cut horizontally across like this, this is a rectangle just like the base. But if you cut up and down like this, so if I'm looking at my cylinder over here and I cut up and down, it's not a circle anymore. Now the inside would be a rectangle. So depending on how you cut or how you slice your shape, you might get a different cross section. So that's basically what we're going to be doing today, making different cuts and seeing what type of cross section would I have, what type of shape would I have for my cross section. And y'all, let me actually send a quick message here because I realized I forgot to include some of our missing folks. And let me send them the link as well. Lovely. Okay, so all we had to fill in on that one was shape. Pretty easy, right? All we got to do is write shape. All right, let's move on. So, like I said, there's two main ways that you can cut through your shape to create your cross section. You can go like this, or you can go like this. These two things have names. So first one, horizontal. Horizontal is where we go left to right. Left to right. You can also think of this as going across your shape. Left to right or across your shape. Vertical is this one, just up or down, up and down. There we go. And then you can see our images right there for horizontal and vertical. Now there's one more. If we made a cut kind of like this, and it like wasn't totally left to right, and it also wasn't totally up or down, that would be diagonal. So if it's not perfectly across and it's not perfectly up down, that's diagonal. So I'll take a picture of this, get it in our chat, because y'all will hear me say today, what is the cross section of a vertical cut? That's the type of questions you'll hear today. And thank you for everyone that included this third type. That was my bad. I forgot to put a spot for that. But it is important for us to know. Diagonal. Okay, y'all, I got one more person I gotta send this link to. And then we can move on. Okay, so these are 3 types of cuts. So now we're gonna look at a few different examples. So this is kind of similar to one of the things we did yesterday. Basically, you've got the shapes on the side. You have a triangle, a heart, a square, and a circle. And you're just gonna drag them. And thanks to everyone that started. You're just dragging them to see which slice of your ninja sword would match these cross sections. So good. The first 2 are looking really, really good. Let me hear from, let's see, let's get a new voice. Catherine, what did you say for this first shape?
For the first shape, I put a heart.
Nice. First one should be a heart. Lovely. What did you say for the second one, Tyrell?
I said a circle.
Good. This one will be the circle. Now, the last 2, these are a little tougher. So does anybody want to volunteer to explain both of these? Where did you put the square and where did you put the triangle? Janice, go ahead.
I said square for the first one because if you cut it horizontally, the part that's exposed is going to be in the shape of the square, which is the same as the bottom. And the second one I said it's the triangle because if you cut it vertically and if you like look at the exposed parts, it's like in the shape of a triangle.
Nice. So in case you didn't catch that, let's say it again. If you cut this one vertically, I like to remember this by the very top is at a point. So the top is at a point, then it goes down, and then across. So that's a triangle. This vertical up and down one is a triangle, and across here makes a square. So let's see the answer key here. We go. We should have heart, circle, then we should have square, and then triangle. I'll give you all a second to get caught up with those. Heart, circle, square, triangle. Good stuff, y'all. Good. Nice work, team. On 2 more folks, you guys. I want to have 100% of us here. All right, team, looking good. Okay, so these are all examples of just horizontal or vertical cuts. But remember, we had a diagonal cut also. So on our next one, I'm going to actually tell you guys, there are 3 correct choices here that are shapes that would be the result of certain cuts, horizontal or vertical or diagonal. So looking at this cylinder, Clorox wipes type of shape, let's pick the 3 cross sections. So which 3 of these do you think you would be able to create if you cut this shape? Let's see what y'all are thinking. Okay, so A and D seem to be popular choices, but I also see B. I see E. Y'all, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. There's someone playing the piano. It's annoying. Sorry, team. It was Riza. Riza was playing super loud. It was kind of obnoxious.
Playing a piano?
Yeah, but it's like in the hallway outside of the room. So I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it was bugging me. So,
No.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about these. So A and D were the ones that I saw right away, which is good because those are horizontal and vertical, right? So let me see if I can actually draw on this to show y'all. So A is an example of, here, sorry y'all, I'm over here drawing and I'm not showing my screen. Here.
I was like, so where's the lines?
I was like, wait, it's not showing up. Okay, so A is an example of this. This would be, this shape is like kind of tilted, so it's not totally clear, but this is actually, if we were to stand the shape right side up, this is just a regular horizontal cut. And we could imagine if you were cutting through this, you'd go like across the front of the circle and then like back of the circle, and you'd have a perfect circle. Again, it's like sideways, so it's kind of hard to see, but that's A. Then let's do D. D would be if I made it a cut like this. So again, it's laying down kind of at an awkward angle, but if it were straight up, we would see it goes straight across the top, then straight down, then over, and then straight up. So that would be a rectangle. Again, across, then down, then over, and then up. That's a rectangle. Okay. The last one, and I would actually like to hear one of y'all explain this. The last one that's correct is choice B. So how could we get B? This is an oval. This 2D shape. How could we get an oval? If we did something to this cylinder, Trinity, how could we get that shape?
Oh, I just had the chat. Please, me. I thought you were gonna choose someone else like that.
Oh, you're the only hand that's up. So take it away.
At first I was just like lost. I was just gonna choose A and D and wait for everyone else to answer and see which one was right. But then I was like, okay, let me see which way I can cut it to get one of these shapes. And I was like, okay, so if I cut it diagonally, I can get an oval.
Yeah, so I know it's kind of tricky to see because this shape is like leaning. But again, imagine it's straight up like this. If you were to go diagonally, so like here, through it, you'd basically still be making a circle because you got to go like down and then around, but it would be stretched out because it's going like from kind of the top to the bottom. So the oval is the third one. Nice. And let me attempt to draw this. So if we kind of went like here, something like that, we'd get our oval because we'd go around this side and then back up. And we kind of have, that's a terrible drawing, but we kind of have this stretched out circle, which is an oval. Okay. Wow, that lines, those are pretty sad.
I've been like tripping out because you can see this shape, this cylinder, like 2 different ways.
Yeah, it's hard when they're turned like this because you can see it kind of like this, or you can see it like.
Yeah, you can see it like
it's 3D coming out at you, you know?
Yeah.
I hear you. It's a little funky to look at.
But either way, you could see like the shapes that you made, I guess.
Yeah, and then once you see one, it's like kind of hard to unsee it, right?
Yeah, or except when you see both and you're just like,
yes.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so here's another easier way. This is what I was trying to explain with our oval. It goes diagonally like this. This would be our circle, and then this would be our rectangle. Okay. All right, y'all, we got 2 more. They're just multiple choice, then key points, and then our brain break, okay? So let's take a look at a cone. So here's a cone, and we want to make a cross section. This is a horizontal cross section like this. So go ahead and pick what shape do you think this cross section will make? Is it going to be a square, a semicircle, a triangle, or a circle? Listen some votes. Let's get everyone voting. Y'all. So let me take a peek at our votes. I want to show y'all what you're saying. So we're a little split up. Some of us think square, some semicircle, but we have most votes on circle. So if you said circle, you are correct. Can I get someone to raise your hand and tell me, where do you see a circle? How did you get that? Trinity, you're totally fine. I love that you love this unit. Delia, thank you. How did you pick circle?
Okay, so I picked circle because I look at the base of the shape and I see a circle. So if it's cut horizontally, it means it's also gonna be like a circle.
Yes, I love the explanation, Delia. Just look at the base. If it's horizontally, it's gonna match the base. Cones and pyramids are pretty cool in that as you scoot, let's say like, I know this, I don't have a pyramid, which is kind of a bummer, but let's say this is the base of my pyramid. If I make a cut really close to the base, it's going to be about the same size, right? It'll still be a rectangle. It's about the same size. As I scoot my cut up, let's say I make my horizontal cut really close to the top of my pyramid. Now it's still going to be a rectangle. It's just going to be a little one. Same thing with the cone. If I were to make this cut down here, it would still be a circle, but it would be a bigger circle. If I make the cut up here, it's still a circle. It's just an itty bitty circle. So nice. Let's make sure we've all got circle. Very good. All right, next one. Now we're back to our Clorox box, our cylinder. If I make a vertical cut right here, what shape will I see? A vertical cut in a cylinder. We actually talked about this one in our vocab slide. Ooh, if you're thinking oval, you're on the diagonal cut. I don't want a diagonal cut. I want a vertical cut. So vertical cut, I'm teaching right now. Sorry, y'all, I'm teaching. So here's a vertical cut right here. We're not doing the diagonal cut. We're doing the vertical cut. So this vertical cut, nice. 12 of us got it. This will give a rectangle. Again, this one's a little weird, but if you're not sure, then I would encourage you to go back and look at, I know you can't do this right now, but later, you can go back and look at slide 12. Has a nice visual. Actually, let me just show y'all. Here's a nice visual. So here's my cylinder, and if I make my vertical cut like this, you can kind of see it would go like across the top, and then down, and across, and up, which makes a rectangle. So right here, we should have a rectangle. All right, key points, and then we're ready for the brain break. Okay, so first one, we got our new vocab word. A cross section is a 2D shape that results from slicing a 3D shape, Fruit Ninja style. Fruit Ninjas. Oops. Oh, I just deleted my response. Oh my goodness. I got it back. It's okay. All right, next up. This is something really cool that happens with cross sections, but if you start with the same 3D shape, so if you look at this example, these are all pyramids, right? And they all have a square base, so they're all square pyramids. But they have different cross sections because they have different slices. So one 3D object can have multiple different cross section shapes depending on how you slice it. Vertical through a square pyramid gives you a triangle because you hit that top point. Right here is a good example of how you can see if I go through that top point, I make a perfect triangle. If I go horizontally, Delia did a good job explaining, I'm just going to match the base. And if I go diagonally in a pyramid, I get a trapezoid. So that's kind of cool. Trapezoid if you go diagonally. There's another way you can get a trapezoid though. Let's say I make a vertical cut, but I don't make it through the very top point. Let's say I cut it like on the side. Then I'd also have a trapezoid. So multiple ways there to even get multiple shapes. So we'll put this in the chat. Here we go. And let's make sure everyone has these key points.
Oh, you mean if you could do one of one of the edges?
Yeah, like let's say I was doing this vertical cut, but I just moved my pyramid over, so I didn't perfectly hit that top vertex. Let's say I missed it. Then I would get a trapezoid because I'd hit like the side of the pyramid, so it'd be a line, but then I'd still be going down the pyramid a little while.
Whoa.
I could try to draw it, but I honestly don't. I think that might just confuse you because there's a lot of dotted lines going on here.
Trinity, why does your picture look like Squidward and Barney?
It is.
Because it's a mix of Squidward and Barney.
It looks like Squidward's head. Barney. It looks like Barney's body got taped to Squidward's head.
Like your
One more
background
slide,
music.
y'all. Slide is
It's
it?
so disturbing.
Folks,
It's Barney built different.
y'all, I don't want to mute y'all. We're so close to our brain break. Just summarize what you learned, and then we can take our brain break. And then we can make fun of Trinity's picture. Sorry, Trinity.
I was gonna say I didn't agree to that.
I'm just playing. All right, I'm going to highlight some of my favorite responses, though. Let's see. We've got a lot of people typing. Nice. I see a lot of us talking about cross sections. If you wrote math, that's not going to give you points. Be specific. All right, so here are a few good examples. So 3D shapes can have many cross sections. True. You can have the same 3D shape, you cut it different ways, and it makes different shapes. Objects cut in half make other shapes. We get some vocab, horizontal, vertical, cross sections. Noelia, I like where you're going with yours. Prisms, this is Noelia's. Prisms have two bases. Noelia, if you wanted to add on to this, you could say pyramids have one. So that looks really good, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and take our brain break. We're going to do the full 5 minutes today. So here we go. During the brain break, obviously y'all can like talk, whatever. You can do the word search if you want to. I have a educational video though for you. So we're going to watch this during the brain break. If you want to go take a break, that's fine. But here's a fun little for you.
Math shorts. Slicing saw.
Hold on, can you guys hear this? Can you hear the video?
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget if I shared with audio or not. Okay, here we go. Slicing figures.
Solid, three-dimensional figures results in different two-dimensional shapes, depending on how you slice them. If you cut through a cylinder with a geometric plane parallel to the cylinder's base, the two-dimensional cross-section is a circle. Any way you slice it, you can get two-dimensional shapes from three-dimensional figures. When you slice a cylinder from top to bottom that is perpendicular to its base, then look at the cross-section straight on. You get a rectangle. What happens when you slice a square pyramid? If you slice across the pyramid with your plane parallel to the pyramid's base, the cross-section is a square. If you slice with your plane perpendicular to the pyramid's base, the cross-section is a triangle.
I like that one. That image.
Remember, you're slicing a solid, three-dimensional figure with a geometric plane. You can slice in any direction. Just keep in mind that shapes can look different when you look at them from different angles. So orient the cross-section on the geometric plane. Slicing diagonally can produce different shapes, such as an ellipse or a trapezoid. Understanding the two-dimensional shapes that result from slicing solid, three-dimensional figures is important for geometry. And ninjas.
Ninjas are the best mathematicians. Did y'all know that? It's true. Everybody knows. All right, you still have 3 minutes of your brain break though, so yeah. Is anybody doing the word search? Finding Nemo
Of
style?
course I am.
Of course. Let's see who's winning. I think my last class, somebody got 8 words. That's been the winner so far today. Ooh, nice. Trinity's got a few. Janice has a few. Mahir, every time, man. Every time there's a word search, Mahir does this. Look at this, y'all. Really? Seriously? That doesn't count. That does not count. Okay, let's see. Is Bruce one of the words? I found Bruce. Bruce. Nemo.
It is, but somehow I was laughing at that for like 10 minutes. Or not 10, but like 2.
Coral reef, right here. Coral reef. Bubbles. This is easy. Is bloat. Yeah, bloat. Wow, this is way too easy. I gotta challenge you more. Here's anchor. Just giving away the answers. Mahir, you did find the words, Mahir. So proud. Ooh. Rashmi got finding. I don't think anyone's found that one today.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you did. I see it. Has anyone found Tank Gang? Oh,
What?
I just found it. Tank Gang.
Tank Gang?
Yeah, Tank Gang.
Oh,
Have you seen Finding Nemo? The fish in the tank?
fish in the tank. Okay.
Wow.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Okay.
It's right there. It says it right there.
I just looked at the list. I was so lost. I was like, what are you talking about? Tank Gang.
Oh my goodness. All right, team. That is 5 minutes. So yes. Let's see. Who got the most? Ooh, Janice had a lot. 2, 5, 6, 7, 9. Ooh, 11. Janice, nice job.
What the heck?
Ooh, Aaliyah found a lot.
I quit.
Aaliyah had 12, I think. Oh man, Catherine has a lot. Oof, good job, y'all. Okay. I know that that's all good fun, but we need to move on. So for our check for understanding, you're just drawing a line from which cross section of these 3D shapes on top would create the 2D shape on the bottom. So be careful because we have here, this one is diagonal, so that's kind of funky. This one we just talked about with our key point. It's vertical, but it's not through the top, so it's slightly different than the example we saw earlier. So be careful. Let's see which ones match. Nice. Make sure y'all are checking your feedback. Trying to give everyone some hints if I see something incorrect. Good. Good stuff, y'all. All right, team. So the main thing I'm seeing, and I think what's happening here is with this first one, this is a cube. The starting shape is a cube, and the cut is diagonal. So I think a lot of us are thinking, oh, it's a triangle because if I look sort of underneath the cut, it would make a triangle, right? But I'm not worried about what the two halves look like. Instead, I'm worried about the flat inside of the shape. So when you cut this, and then you looked at where the blue and the cube overlap, this would not make a triangle. So if you have this one going to the triangle, erase that, look again. That one is not the triangle. And I think I caught everyone that made that mistake, but let me just check again. Oh, I know this is a little weird to visualize. That's why I'm trying to give you extra time. And remember, we're matching, so you should be telling me which 3D shape creates which cross section. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show y'all an answer key. And then I want you, I actually want one person to explain each one. Okay? So here we go. Man, I have like a this thing on my computer that won't go away, and it's making it hard to toggle. Here we go. Okay. Here's your answer key. So we have 5 shapes. So we have 5 people that need to be raising their hands right now. I want one explanation for each connection. So how does each cross section create each shape? And let's actually start with this one. So the cube cross section creates a rectangle. This one is funky. So I love the courage, Trinity. How does that happen?
Oh my gosh, you called on me? I thought you were going to say I love the courage, but you talk too much. So next.
No, go ahead,
the
Trinity.
cube. At first I said, what did I say? The normal square or something? I don't know. But if you were to cut it diagonally, you would get a triangle, but I remembered like the bottom, what a 3D triangle looks like. It's literally a rectangle. So.
Okay, nice. I like that. Let's go to the next one. So this one, we're starting with a triangular prism. We make this cut, and we get a triangle. Why does that happen? Let's get another voice. I actually want us to think back. I think it was Delia said earlier she had to go because she had to restart her computer. But remember, earlier in class, Delia said that you'll always match the base if you have a horizontal cross section. Now I know this one is going up and down, but this shape is on its side. So the base is here. So because this matches the base, that's why we get a triangle. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one was also kind of tricky, but here we have a pyramid. How do we end up with a trapezoid? Let's get some hands. The middle one. It starts as a pyramid. It becomes a trapezoid. Uh-oh, team, where's the courage? Okay, let's come back to that one. True, Trinity. Oh, your hand is still up, Trinity. I thought that was still up from the other one. All right, let's go to the next one, see if we can get a new voice. We're starting with the pyramid. This time we're going horizontal. We end up with a square. Come on, team. There we go. Tyrese. Why does that happen?
When we split the horizontal line, why does it have a square?
Mm-hmm.
So if I remember from the video, once you cut that top, in the that place where you cut it, there should be like a square formation in there, like a square base.
Yeah. Nice. I won't make y'all watch this video again, but I do want to try and find what he's talking about. Yeah, so wow, I found it right away. right here. This is the same thing. We have a pyramid, and oh, here comes the ninja. Oops, wrong way. This one, there we go, makes a square. Good.
Oh my gosh, where did he come from?
He's a ninja.
I was like checking to see if I had everything like, you know, the shapes right. And then
Yeah.
I come back to the screen and I just see a ninja. Like,
Whoa. Okay, here we go. We got a rectangular prism here, horizontal. Again, this one is kind of like the last one. Horizontal, just going to match the base. So here's my base. Here's my cut. Now this one, I'm going to show you guys the ninja again because we get a triangle if we go vertical exactly through the top. Exactly through the top makes a triangle. But if we're like a little bit off to the side, oh, it's here somewhere. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't here. It was on our key point. My bad, y'all. Let me zoom back to the key point. Here it is. If we're on the side here, that's when we get a trapezoid. So on the side, like this, we get a trapezoid. All right, I'm going to take a picture of this so we can see it.
I'm back, miss.
Yay! And so for today's independent practice, y'all, we're just going to be doing some IXL time. So I'm actually going to keep control of your slides, and we're going to do Z4 cross sections of 3D figures. That skill is in the chat as well as on your slide. Now, this one we should definitely all be able to finish today, all of us. So I'm just going to be monitoring IXL. And if I don't see you there in about 2 minutes, I'm going to be sending you a message. So let's get started. And if you finish, just send me a message and I will send you the next skills for our playlist. All right, Janice, first one there. Nice job. Catherine is there. Good stuff, y'all. All right, team. Got 11 folks on IXL now. Nice job. Good. Now I've got 12. That does mean that I'm waiting on about 15. Let's go, team. Here we go. All right, team, I'm going to start messaging folks I don't see on iExcel yet? Again, if you are done, please do what Mahir just did and send me a message so I can send you the rest of our playlist. As y'all can see here, this playlist is pretty short. It's only 8 skills. So we can finish this in 2 weeks. Okay, so we should already have done these 3 by the end of today. So I will send the first 4 in our chat. And then if you need more than just those, just send me a message and I'm happy to send you the next one. But here, I just saw you, so I'm going to send you the next 2 right now. And Janice, same thing. I'll send you the next 2. Thank you for communicating with me. Leah, nice job. Send you the next 2. Good stuff, y'all. Again, thanks to everyone that is on iExcel right now, especially folks asking for the next one. It's always a good idea to get ahead on that playlist. So good stuff. If you're already on those AA skills, you are in a wonderful spot. If you're not there yet and you're still working on Z4, no worries. You're still good. Let's just make sure we're using this time wisely. Good stuff, y'all. Okay, team, 4 minutes, and then we are going to start our mastery check. I'm going to give you guys control of your slides in case you want to look back at your notes or anything. Also, if you are done with IXL but you just want more practice with this skill, I have a Khan Academy lesson linked in there as well. So you can be doing that after IXL. If you're not done with Z4, then you should be on IXL. So I know I sent a message, but Latrell, Devin, Natalie, Ricardo, can you get on IXL, please? Good stuff, y'all. Keep up the good work. Ricardo, I just saw your question. Here comes the skill. There you go. All right, team, let's keep working. Got 2 more minutes. Z4 is looking sweet. Still waiting on a few folks to join IXL though. Latrell. That person's restarting. They're absent. Devin, you should be on IXL. That's it, actually. Let's go, team. Get there, get there. All right, y'all, it's 2:35, so about time to start our mastery check. I'm going to take back control of your slides. Let's take about 30 seconds and write down the most important thing from today's lesson. Most important thing from today's lesson. While you guys are doing that, I want to let you know I am probably going to grade today's mastery check, but because I messed up on the settings, it gives you the correct answer after your first try. We're not going to be able to try it again. So please, when you take this mastery check, take your time, do your best, and just look carefully at your shapes. Okay, look really carefully at your shapes.
Again. What's the mastery check called?
We're not quite there yet, Ricardo. Just hold on a second. I'm letting you guys do your summary first. So summarize. Most important thing. Most important thing. All right, now let's go ahead and go to our mastery check. It is 6.02. 6.02. Should be open. Let's click in there. All right, y'all, I see most of us are in our mastery check. Again, take your time. I'm probably going to grade it, but it shows you the answers, so we can't really do retakes. So take your time, look carefully, and if you're not there yet, I'm going to send you a message.
Wait, what? What do you mean it shows us the answer? It doesn't show me.
Trinity, will you send me a screenshot of what you're seeing? Because someone in
Yeah.
my earlier class showed me theirs, and it had like given them the correct one.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I don't wish you did that to me. So wait, so I just take a picture of like.
Yeah, just like your whole screen. If you're done submitting it, well, have you submitted it yet, Trinity?
No.
Okay. Well, wait till you're done and then show me what it says.
Okay.
Take your time, y'all. I'm seeing some of us already done. If you're done, you can go back to IXL because we still got about 6 minutes.
Could you what's it called? Put the Pear Deck on student pace?
Yeah, I think I just did.
Oh, thanks.
I was doing that like as you said that. Again, if you're done, let's go back to IXL. Ooh, mastery check not loading. All right, so I think we're just waiting on one person. Devin, let's start your mastery check, please. All right, team, we got about 2 more minutes and then we will start wrapping up. Again, if you finish your mastery check, you can go to IXL. You can also try that Khan Academy lesson, or you could give a thank you because we had Catherine, Delia, Janice, Josiah, Mahir, Trinity, Tyrese, and Tyrell. Nice job, all of those folks participating today. I know, so many. So exciting. And remember, y'all, it's not just talking that counts as participating. It's like if I show your work or you read an objective, whatever, all that stuff helps you remember and makes class more fun. So thanks to everyone that was participating. And let's see how we did on the mastery check. All right, so we're still waiting on some folks, but right now we have a 63% average. Let's make sure if I put this one in the grade book and you, well, I am putting this in the grade book. So when I put this in the grade book, if you don't love your score, just go ahead and retry it. If you do that, please just send me an email so I know to correct it. But I'll probably get this in the grade book tomorrow. Okay. So looking good. All right, y'all, we are good to go. So I know we're a few minutes early, but y'all crushed it today. So I'm gonna let you go if you're done with your mastery check. I see a few of us still working. Oh, no, wait. I actually just see one person still working. So that person, make sure you're finishing your mastery check. Otherwise, I'll let you go. Tomorrow's Community Wednesday, so make sure you're checking in with advisory at 10:30. And then hit up one of those clubs or interest groups. Say what's up to some people, and I hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye, y'all.